Good day, everyone. My name is Maria Kądzielska, and you are watching Poland Daily Culture. Today, we still continue with the story of Alina Dąbrowska, which was written and put into the book by writer Wiktor Krajewski. They are both with me here today. Thank you for being with me here.
Thank you for the invitation.
And back to the story. We were just talking about how Madame Alina was living just before the war in Pabianice and studying foreign languages and working in a German factory. Wiktor, could you tell us how did it happen that she became from like a normal girl who was interested in foreign languages but also working underground already? How did it happen that she became a prisoner and then later she ended up in a concentration camp?
In this factory that Ms. Dąbrowska had worked, it was named Loman Werke. They found out that she had copied some very important documents about some technical stuff that were produced there. And there was a situation when some German officers came to the factory, and they said that they know that she copied this document. So there would be she had to be taken to prison, and her family found out that there is such a situation in this factory, and they came there to say goodbye to Ms. Dąbrowska, because they didn't know whether they would meet her after the imprisonment or not. So Ms. Dąbrowska, I think, was very calm during the whole situation, and I think that there was the last time that she had spoken to her mom in person, right? And so after this situation, after this imprisonment, she was taken to prison, where she spent some long months waiting what's next, right?
Madam, and how the prison looked like?
I was taken from the factory, and in the factory there worked also my sister. I tried to say her that I am imprisoned because it wasn't. I have no this. So I was taken like as I stood.
Like you stood.
Yes, and tried to say her that I am arrested, but she started to weep, so she couldn't understand what I am saying. She couldn't understand that I am imprisoned. I don't go home. But afterwards, I was taken to an auto, and then waited at the not soldier, the member of the German, and afterwards we went to Litzmannstadt to watch, and then was the last time that I was free. Then afterwards I was a prisoner of Litzmannstadt.
Because you've met a lot of interesting people in the prison. It was devoted only to women, this part?
This prison, I have been some years ago to this prison. It is quite changed. It is not the same prison, the building, not the same building as it was so many years ago. But in prison, I was in the room. We were more than 10. Only women, and so I had nothing to meet, nothing. So I started. They gave me a place. In place on the not on the earth, there were the wooden
floor, yes.
Yes, and we were sleeping. But it was possible 2 days later, there was Friday, and on Friday there were the exchange of letters between the family and the prison. So I had no paper, but I took a gum of my
Of your underwear, yes.
And I wrote what I wanted to say, just to send, and afterwards I sent my clothes, so I have nothing on me, but everything I sent, and I asked the family. They didn't know what happened to me. Therefore, on Friday, they went to every prison in Watch in Litzmannstadt and waited that they will say my name. And on the Gdańska 13, in this prison, they said Bartoszek Alina. So there was somebody from my family and took the person, and afterwards all the clothes and they found my letter. They found my letter.
Yes, so your family found you and was able to help you.
Not all, but they knew why I am arrested. Because I wrote that it is not connected with my family, it is only me. I am arrested, and I have no say because my brother, he worked also. He was very deep in the secret organization, and therefore I wrote nobody is maybe
Helped you.
Yes.
You
Yes.
didn't.
And this was the first that I wrote them this first news about me.
To your parents. Victor, again, when you're writing about Miss Alina in prison, you don't only focus on the most horrible things which happened to her there, but again you tell about who she met there, and again she was learning languages in the prison.
Yeah, for me it was really strange because Ms. Dąbrowska told me about learning English during some free time. She was one of she met a girl who taught her one song, Doris Day song, Sera, and they were walking all around the I can say playground or something like that, and they were singing this song. And when I listen to this song, I'm thinking about this, a very strange situation, because it was during the Second World War. It was prison, and I see this I think that awkward situation while imprisoned girls are walking all around and singing the song that it's, I think, a bit cheerful, right? And it's some kind of a juxtaposition when it comes to this two things.
Again,
for me.
The most interesting in this story is the fact that you find funny or awkward or strange moment in most horrible circumstances. Miss Alina, we would like to hear the song which you learned in the prison during the German occupation.
Yes. But I must say, we didn't sing, we spoke only.
Spoke.
Afterwards, I learned, of course, I learned the melody, but in the prison, we spoke to each other. Que sera, sera, whatever will be. The future, so it is only one part. When I was
tell this to us.
Yes, when I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? That's his mother said to me. Que sera, sera, whatever will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, what will be. When I grew up and fell in love, I asked my sweetheart how I will have. Will we have rainbow thereafter way? That's what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera, whatever will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera, what will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask me, mother, how will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? That's what I said to thee. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be. So it was, these were the first, the other verse also, but these were the rudiments of my English.
Yes, the beginning. So let's finish with this episode. We tell to you, whatever be will be, the future is not ours to see. Thank you very much for watching us here and listening to the story of Alina Dąbrowska. Stay with us for the next episode.